What if everything you were told was just a myth, wasn't a myth at all? What if Atlantis didn't vanish into imagination, but into the ocean? What if the Garden of Eden wasn't a metaphor, but a real place, erased by time, floods, and memory? And what if the legendary city of gold, El Dorado, was never a lie, but a misunderstanding? What if history has been quietly hiding in plain sight? For thousands of years, humans have told stories of lost cities, drowned worlds, perfect paradises, and we gave them a name, myths. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Many things we once dismissed as myths turned out to be real. Troy, once thought imaginary, until its ruins were uncovered. Pompeii, frozen beneath ash, forgotten for centuries. So where, exactly, do we draw the line between myth and history? Because myths don't appear out of nowhere. They're passed down, reshaped, exaggerated. But often, they're born from memory. Today we're digging into the most iconic lost wonders ever told, places once ridiculed as fantasy, now whispering clues of forgotten truth. Let's begin with the city that sank beneath the sea. Atlantis, a name that instantly sparks imagination. According to the Greek philosopher Plato, Atlantis was a powerful, technologically advanced civilization, wealthy, influential, and wiped out in a single catastrophic event. Most scholars dismissed Plato's account as allegory, a moral lesson, a warning against arrogance. But what if Plato wasn't inventing a story, but recording one? Plato claimed Atlantis existed 9,000 years before his time. And here's where things get interesting. Many researchers now point to Santorini, home of the ancient Minoan civilization. Around 1600 BCE, a massive volcanic eruption shattered the island, one of the most powerful explosions in human history. Tsunamis, ash clouds, entire cities buried or swallowed by the sea. Sound familiar? Archaeologists have uncovered advanced architecture, complex plumbing systems, and vibrant frescoes, evidence of a sophisticated society, suddenly erased. And then there are the anomalies. Underwater structures, submerged roads, strange formations detected by sonar across the Mediterranean. Coincidence or confirmation? Atlantis may not have been a single city, but Tori, some parts on Dori Ori, a memory of multiple civilizations lost to rising seas. A myth born from catastrophe. But what about a place even older? A paradise said to be humanity's beginning. The Garden of Eden, a perfect world, abundance without labor, harmony without conflict. For many, Eden is purely symbolic, a spiritual metaphor. But ancient texts offer something curious. They don't describe Eden as abstract. They describe rivers, landmarks, geography. 4 rivers flowing from a single source, 2 of which still exist today, the Tigris and the Euphrates. That places Eden somewhere very real. Modern researchers point to the Fertile Crescent, the cradle of early civilization. This region saw the birth of agriculture, cities, writing, humanity's transformation from nomads to builders. But here's the twist. Around the end of the last ice age, massive floods reshaped the land. Sea levels rose, river systems shifted, entire regions were submerged or turned to desert. What if Eden wasn't destroyed, but forgotten? Passed down through generations as a memory of a time when the land was fertile and life was simpler. A paradise lost not by sin, but by nature. And just like Atlantis, what remains isn't the place itself, but the story. Yet one myth drove people to obsession, madness, and conquest. El Dorado, the city of gold. Spanish conquistadors chased it relentlessly, through jungles, mountains and rivers. Many never returned, but here's the truth most people miss. El Dorado was never described as a city. It was a person, a king, covered in gold dust, who ruled over a wealthy society. A ritual, not a metropolis. Recent discoveries in Colombia and Peru have revealed vast pre-Columbian civilizations, with complex road systems, agriculture and trade. Using satellite imaging, researchers have uncovered entire cities hidden beneath the jungle canopy, cities that could support huge populations, cities rich, not just in gold, but in knowledge and organization. To the Europeans, these societies were unimaginable. So the stories grew, the gold multiplied, the myth expanded. El Dorado wasn't fake, it was misunderstood. Atlantis, Eden, El Dorado, not fantasies, but fragments of truth, distorted by time. Today, technology is rewriting history. Satellite imaging reveals hidden cities, sonar maps the ocean floor, LiDAR strips jungles bare. Digitally, what was once invisible and see is now undeniable. And this raises one final question. How many lost wonders are still out there, waiting to be rediscovered, buried beneath sand, hidden beneath waves, or dismissed as just a myth? History isn't finished being written, we're just beginning to remember it. The greatest discoveries may already exist, in the stories we stop believing.